All right, guys, so we got a big box this time, so we're gonna get into this. There's a bunch of stuff in here. This is all from Heritage, so I'm gonna open this up and I'll be right back with you guys. Stick around.
Tune in now, it's an epic ride. Dramatic tales and worlds collide. Johnny's passion will be your guide. Comic book dreams, come inside.
All right, guys, so we do still have the giveaway going, so leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. You'll be entered for the giveaway. All you do is just leave a comment. We're going to get into this. I showed you the big box at the beginning. There's two smaller boxes inside there. So I'm going to open this up. This is all magazines. So I'm going to open this up. We'll go through this, and then we'll go through the other box. All right, guys, so I just went through all the magazines. I pulled out some stuff here, and I got a little stack here we're going to go through. This is the main reason I bought this. So these are almost all poster books. So you can see here's the Women of Marvel poster book. And these things go for 15, 20 bucks usually a piece. You can see there's the Psylocke on the back. Each one of these has half a dozen or so posters in it. I can open one up and kind of give you an idea. And these came out, a lot of these came out in the mid 2000s. So you can see it's just a bunch of literally posters. You take the staple out and you got 30 or 40 posters. And they're all, you know, like I said, they're based on the cover. So these are all Women of Marvel. And again, there's, you see, looks like Wolverine and Black Cat. So pretty cool as a collectible. You don't see these very much because what happened a lot of times when these came out is kids opened them up and took all the posters out and put them on their wall or whatever. So these are all intact. None of these have had any of the posters removed. We'll just go through this stack. There's another Women of Marvel. And again, I'll show you the back of them. I'm not going to open up each one of these and go through them. Minimally, they're magazine size, so they're like 11 by 14-ish. So that's the smallest posters, and then some of them are, you know, the 28 by 22. So the Ghost Rider, and this shows you on the back kind of what posters are in there. Fear itself, so this is obviously a newer story from the mid 2000s. Pretty cool back there on that one with the Cap mask getting messed up. X-Men, you know, that's a keeper. That one's going in my PC because I don't have it. Don't like the art that much on it. Looks like that might be some Andy Kubert art. Not a big fan of his. Another X-Men. And one more X-Men. You can see that's the, what is that, issue 147 cover, I think. So it looks like it's redone. And then I think that's 544, the last issue, or in the 500s. So then the Wolverine ones, some of these Wolverine ones have some really good looking art. The back of this one's got a cool art piece on it, so I like that one a lot. Not big on hanging posters up around my bed. I don't know if my wife would like that, but I would have hung that one up if she let me. So another cool Wolverine there. And all of these posters are Wolverine related. And then Silver Surfer and the Fantastic Four. That's an Alex Ross cover from, I think, Marvel's 3. So obviously I'm a big fan of that. I like Alex Ross. And then you can see the Fantastic Car and the Fantastic Four on the back. And I believe this is the last one of these. No, there's one more after that. No, this is it. So this is the last one of the poster books. So Deadpool. And then on back you got Deadpool and Cable. So again, you know, those are all poster books. Those are all $10, $15, $20 a piece. I think I paid like 38 bucks for all this. So there's a whole box of magazines we're not going to go through that's like Wizard and some Star Trek magazine and Star Wars magazine. We are going to go through these two. So this is from '83. This is the Return of the Jedi official collector's edition. So this came out in conjunction with the movie, actually in 1983. And then the back of it, you can see it's got some cool art from the movie. And then this one here, this is a pretty good book here. This is Marvel Super Special. I think it's 26 or 27. It says up here, over here, I can't see it in the camera. But this is a pretty good book. This is early Star Wars appearance in Marvel Super Special 27. So again, pretty good value for what I paid for it. This is actually the reason I bought it, was for this stack here. So this is a nice run of Grateful Dead comics. I love the artwork on these. I'm not a Grateful Dead fan. I never really understood their music, but I love the artwork. It's very hippie-ish, cartoonish, just good stuff. Let's see, got Jerry Garcia on the back of there. So I think it's 1 through 7. I think it's the entire run. I could be wrong. There may have been 8 or 9 issues. Pretty solid, and it's put out by the Grateful Dead, I think, because you can see they kind of pimp their swag. You get their stickers and their bears. And then that's number 4. And those are all like sealed. I don't know if they came like that originally, but they're like vacuum sealed. I don't know if someone did that after the fact or what, but another cool cover there. And again, they're showing their albums on the back. Again, I don't know how people like the Grateful Dead's music. I mean, I know when I was in school, people had the dancing bears on their cars and stuff, but it's tough music to get into. Maybe you gotta be using some extracurricular medications to get it. I just never got it. So they're number 6, and then again on the back, kind of not such an exciting cover. And the last one of the group is number 7. Again, pretty cool cover. I always like skull covers. I always like artwork on skulls. So that's it for the magazines, and that's just half of this. So I'm gonna stop for a second. It'll be instant for you, and I'm gonna get this next box. It's a box of comics with some other stuff I won. So one sec. All right. Hopefully you guys didn't think you could get through a video without some slabbed X-Men, because we got some. So as always, the obligatory slabbed X-Men. I picked these up, all 3 of these in a lot. 85, 86, and 87. So 7.5, 70, and 80. I actually picked these up cheaper than it costs to have them graded. So again, filling that lot. I think I'm up close to 110 graded X-Men comics now. So continuing to work that. Again, no real keys in this, just books I didn't have graded. And again, since I paid less than it costs to have them graded, I'm going to pick them up all day long. Next up is some good stuff. This is, I'm not a big collector of this specific character, but I got a good deal on these, and I do like these books. So this is Adventure into Fear, or Fear 19. This is the first appearance of Howard the Duck. This is a pretty good dollar book. Several $100 for that. It's probably a 6.5-ish range. It's not a high grade, but it's not a low grade. So you can see that there. It's got some spine ticks, a little bit of spine roll. But I got a good deal on this. And then you got 1, 2, and 3, but there's 5 copies of 3. So these are all actually really nice. I would say these are in the VF near mint range. I'll probably go through these. I might send 1 or 2 of those in to have them graded. And then 2 copies of number 2, same thing. Both really nice. One is probably 9.4, 9.6. The other one's probably like 8.5. So still pretty high grade for Howard the Duck number 2. And then 2 copies of Howard the Duck number 1. This book always sells. It's a good book. It's a good book to have. One of these, again, probably a 9.6, maybe a 9.4. The other one's 8.5-ish is my guess. So I'll probably go through these. I'll check them out, make sure there's nothing cut out of them. You never know. Like I said, occasionally you go through there and you find a signature in there that they didn't catch when they were going through them at Heritage. So again, that lot was the Fear, which is the biggest book in the lot by far. Fear 19, first Howard the Duck. Really nice book to have here. And then 2 copies of 1. 2 copies of issue 2, Howard the Duck. And 2 copies of issue number, or 5 copies of issue number 3. So again, the price was right on that. I'm not sure how they got the quantities they got, but it looks like this week, and it'll be passed by the time you see this. There's another auction with that same grouping. So there's a Fear, a couple 1s, a couple 2s, and a couple issue 3s. So they probably got a collector. They bought a collection that had a bunch of those. Next group up, this is This is a group of books that I always say to grab when you have the opportunity. So we'll put them up here in the stand so you can kind of see them. All right, so this first book up, Strange Tales 179. This is the first appearance of Pip the Troll. If you watch the Eternals movie, Pip the Troll made an appearance at the end. Yeah, so not a huge key, but still first appearance of Pip the Troll. And then the next book up is 180. This is the second appearance of Pip the Troll, but bigger than that. This is the first appearance of Gamora. This is a really nice copy, probably 8.5-9 range. Not a near mint, but right up there. So really good book, nice one to have. So first Gamora, second Pip the Troll. Next up, a book you've probably seen several times in here. I always say to pick this up if you get a chance. See if we can get a little better. This is Strange Tales 169. This is the first appearance of Brother Voodoo. I love this character. I love this book. I think this is a book that you should get now. I think it's just going to continue to go up in value as time passes. Really great character. One of the few things around Doctor Strange that I do like is Brother Voodoo. And then the last book of that lot, and again, these were all Strange Tales. So this is Strange Tales 178. This is the first ongoing Adam Warlock run. So after this, they continued with Adam Warlock stories in Strange Tales. Again, this is a pretty solid copy. Probably 8.5-ish. I mean, it's a $200 book. It'd be my guess, roughly. Jim Starlin artwork. It's not a book you see very often, and when you do, it's usually overpriced. I don't know why. I think because it's not a common book, people really overprice it, and they ask for, I mean, just more than it's worth. I've seen this book in, like a between a 6 and a 7. I've seen people have $250, $300 on it. It's like, that's just too much for this book. But I also don't see it very often. It's not a book I see at a lot of shows. I think it's one of those bigger keys that just doesn't have the eye draw that some books have. Like this book, I'll see this book from a mile away. I'll see this book from a mile away. I wouldn't see that 178 as easily. It doesn't grab your attention as much as some books do. So that's all we got, guys. Like, really excited to go through all these. I didn't go through them all in detail. The poster books, so I'm going to go through and just make sure they're all intact. Probably end up moving some of the ones that aren't really stuff that I want for my PC. The stuff that's not X-Men related, I'll probably end up moving those. Really like the Grateful Dead comics. I'll probably have number 1 graded just because it's not a book you see very often, and it's in excellent condition. And then looks like some of these, that Fear is definitely going to go CGC once I get it cleaned up and check it out real good. And then we got the X-Men books to put in the slab lot. So thanks again for watching, guys. I know this is a little bit different than normal. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we got some more CGC stuff coming for you soon. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.